and I'm always the rusher, okay? I cannot be sniping from far. I'm always rushing into battle. And just like what Arctic did, I'm always running out there. And then a bush appears out of nowhere. The bush turns into a player, and I am dead.
That's one thing now. When you see the bush moving, you need to get away because you don't know the timing when it will transform back.
Yeah.
But speaking of transform back, Onyx Crime MKS not yet back in the playing field, and the Bigatron is now challenging
Wow,
them.
okay.
Not quite sure how that would work for them, but it did to save him a little bit of HP in that jump.
Very interesting use of that Sentino. And obviously he survived that one without breaking his ankle. Interesting play. But of course, Bigatron Delta making their way in here is troubled as well, because if Wings had a sniper, I think he would have been able to delete a couple of players before they even made it this far. But because of the lack of utilities on the side of Onyx Olympus, this is now a sticky situation. Bigatron Delta might have the advantage here. Wings, a little slow there. Koja did not find the finisher. Manages to spray one player down, but Wings will get instantly traded back. Adam now going for a swim. And this Tatsuya is not going to be rebel rushing anytime soon. And we've got an Oscar here on the side of Zyro as well, so interested to see exactly how they play this one out.
So double rusher, I would say, but not so much is working for them. Adam is just going for survivability. Well, hopefully the noise will bring in a different team, but Dix right now might have smelled him in this corner and no jumping in, because Adam will just be waiting. No backup will be coming in for Bigatron Delta just yet. So Adam, just stay put. You have felt a lot of heat. You need to chill right now, so that's why he's bathing.
You know you gotta take a shower if Dix can smell you out like 20 meters away from you, right? Adam's like, bro, I can't wait for this day to be over. I need to take a dip. And anyway, my friends are all gone. Zyro tried to be the savior. Kyong just catches him. Bigatron Delta now 2 for 2. Look at this. He knows Adam is somewhere there. He just can't find him now.
That's one thing, though. That's one thing. He's not finding him, and well, for Onyx Olympus, Adam has been seen in there in one corner. He might not save him. Managed to go into that thing, and no, RGS,
RGS out of there. Oh, you gotta love it, bro. Went into the water for the loot as well. You hate it when you receive it, but you gotta love it when you see it. It's only awesome when it happens to someone else.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, we didn't expect that RGS, that he has an RGS.
I know,
because,
right?
like, he will just be waiting out there for him to peek out. But no, that AOE, that spray damage, really brought him down.
That's the thing of beauty. Oh goodness me, he lived for moments like Zyro still not catching a break at all, but Onyx Olympus is on revival. Only limited POW. So Onyx, even though they went through that,
I think we are experiencing a little bit of difficulty. So in a bit, we're going to see everyone move. No, it's because everything is so heated. Their PC are heating up. Well, this team is going to take on this battle. So far, we are still on first phase of the circle, going in the second, but revival is just happening. Not so much of an engagement. Though we lost one team already, there's still 44 survivors playing.
A big deleted from afar. X4 still a menace out there. Oh, Jaya from the back. Expand gonna be in a terrible spot on the roof in the meantime. Meeting up with Bigatron Delta. This is not a date because Toda's shooting at them. They're not welcoming them with open arms.
Is what's welcoming them, but the jump on the side. Yong didn't manage to go for the hit. He has the weaponry to do so, but now he has a 3-clear from Kodak going in for the slay, and Fai is the ones bringing him down.
Yeah, apologies guys. I know my mic was glitching earlier. Seems like my wife didn't pay my internet bill this month. So the internet company's like, I will threaten you with bad connection if you don't pay your bills. I don't know, man.
That's one thing.
We've told them to calm down first. Let me finish this broadcast and then I'll pay them.
That's the one thing, though. Even if she doesn't pay, you can't complain.
If I don't pay, I'll be kicked out of the house, bro. Okay? It's not even a sleep on the couch situation. Out of the house you go.
That's one thing. That's one thing. Something to look forward to, especially for the youngins out there. but even I didn't looking forward.
Don't get married, guys. Don't. I'll tell you right now. But I'm still clocking in 0 here. They are tracking core memory, and core memory up on the second floor in a little bit of trouble if Wasana has got this RGS or a couple of grenades on him, because we've seen those nades played by Mr. Wasana in the past, but it's just not hitting those usual rhythm at this point.
Yeah, it's more of Jonah really like putting all those shots, hitting all those throws with grenade. But Wasana, despite of get high quite far against him, is still aggressive, making some noise just to disrupt the rotation or the getaway by core memory. And I don't think they will be getting away. They're just waiting for Blue United right here. But let's see if they can survive.
Double blue wall break here. And what is core memory doing downstairs? They're going in for the push instead. And it's the Riptide rhythm that will break down their defenses for the time being. Biggestron Delta on the full squad revival. A mistake on the glue wall, but Zona holds his ground and shuts down Food. Off screen, W18 fighting a play on the side of Zona as well. The Malaysian in trouble. Get high straight back down, but Wasana for the save out of nowhere. No Drogon, no problem. At 590 in my hands is Wasana. The 180 and get high comes through for the backup as well. Wasana with up, and he gets a double for the squad to completely shut down core memory. But it's not over just yet with the action as WAD takes on Dota.
M590 action happening back to back as we've seen, but Bison has been pulled out by Clearing. No damage, just Dix will be spotted and will be chased at this trouble. Only one remains, but cannot get up on the stairs.
Almost for WAG, but not Delta. Stuck in a tough place here. Grenade being cooked up. Oh, takes back it away very smartly, but will not be able to get away too far as Alan meets him halfway.
Double kill.
No, he doesn't even take the loot. What an insult. No, Alan goes for it. All right. No insult, guys. Loot is important.
Loot is important. Loot is life. Loot is life.
Literally, yes.
And that's one thing, though. I mean, M590 is making it work earlier. Let's rewind a little bit. Core memory, questionable move on why they need to be down. They're safe in the second floor, but they had to approach what United does. They were taking a back in that gunfight. But speaking of gunfight, Expand losing a few of those gunfights. The cause will be eliminated, but I think he will be brought back. Expand quite far from Onyx Olympus. And Onyx Olympus, after that movie, I thought the curse will hit them, but they're performing well.
Junior Legends Esports in the YouTube chat asking who's my favorite person to commentate with. I honestly, the initial time I read that question and I was interested to answer it because I thought the question was, who's your favorite player to commentate? So I totally read that wrong. I'm not going to answer the question. You will be unanswered, Junior Legends.
You have to guess. You have to guess.
You have to,
no, you have to watch. You have to watch.
You have to watch. You have to listen. Yeah, you have to figure it out. You have to see Stasho's laughing, smiling the whole day. You don't need Einstein to come back. Should be able
just
to
have
do
to
this equation.
You just have to be tuned in to find out. There's no need to answer that. But let's see who gets the answer right now. Isaki versus Wijaya putting in the questions again. Vamos at this point, and Lozy will not be losing that fight, but from Best J on to WAG. Not quite sure if this is a smart move, but they did manage to get away from harm.
Yeah, I was about to say Lozy just made a lousy jump, but he made it play out well, right? They are in a good defensive spot here. There was a very impressive maneuver coming through from Vamos. The only complication here is pulling a player back this deep into the circle. You've got 10 more squads alive and kicking 35 players to deal with out there in total. Just makes this circle absolute chaos. Jonah sneaking on in. Wasana just too far away from the rest of his team members, but they catch up before they do battle with Team Flash.
This is a trouble for Goryeo United. It happened earlier. They are stuck by the blue as well as a different team, and Team Flash are not holding down. They're still all that aggressive for the rush, but the 2 split will keep them safe. So Goryeo United really needs to probably head on, but with get high missing at this point, they need to go away and flank. But no, Jonah and the rest of the gang is just fighting it on. Moshi from above and not afar. It might spell trouble for Goryeo United once again.
Well, Jonah down. Wasana and Moshi. The deadly duo needs to do something, but Moshi all alone upstairs with the AWM. Is he asking for trouble? Yes, he is. Has got the mini Uzi. Beautiful parkour jump through the window. He's avoided the rest of the Flash players, and now back in with the AWM. Wasana desperately trying to hang on, but the Drogon is just not there to save him. The M590 not being kind to Wasana as well. And now it's just Moshi, one from afar. Aim God will put the final nail in the coffin for once again an early exit for the one and only Buriram.
Not quite sure what's happening, but they need to get a booyah. They need to get one to explain themselves. They need to get one just for us to hear it from them. But we're not seeing this yet. But for WAG, they're still performing quite well against X-Man. And from afar, 2 takedowns already. And X-Man eliminated on 9.
Holy mama, Lefty, you're about to get your prediction on point, bro. WAG's like on a different level. And as far as Buriram is concerned, Subkatam, this is the end. They're not going to be making a fight for that #1 spot unless the final 2 games, they just go absolutely ape on everyone and snatch these points, bro. Because Buriram, at this point of time, they've only got about 29 points before this match started. And plus this match, I guess, somewhere around the 35-34. WAG, if they continue this, maybe even rip away a booyah, they're going to be at around 80 points. And now Vamos needs to look out here. They managed to prevent big fights earlier on, even shutting down Buriram. Up against WAG, this should be fairly easy. But both teams playing the riskier way for the circle to jump moving along.
Well, let's see if they can manage all those risks. Vamos, 2 has gone down, and Cyrus goes in for that finisher. But they have lost Cyrus as well. It's a 3-3 situation. They're stuck in the blue wall as well as the blue. Let's see how can they get away from this fight.
Yeah, they can't win its totality as Vamos is going hate on them. And it's picked up. This was a final second recovery, but Lozzy put Crime right back down onto the ground as Onyx Olympus tries to interfere. And even though Onyx interferes, WAG still cannot get away just yet. Vamos extinguished already, but now outside the circle, the blue is Krillin, and Krillin makes one final play, deleting Adam, eliminating Onyx Olympus, and still surviving for the time being, but the circle gets him at the end.
Yeah, they got into the end, but there's a lot of elimination that has been dealt with by WAG. Todek has been taken down. We're down to 4 teams. But as you can see, the scramble between these 2 teams. Team Flash not letting go. Evo's Divine take advantage of that.
I mean, okay, now looks like now Flash under a lot of pressure. All the Indonesian squad is firing down at them. So it looks like it's Conchita Caroline time.
Yeah, I mean, CC will be back. Let's see as to who will be interviewed by Conchita Caroline. The best DJ Sakura Mikaya is going down one at a time. Evo's Divine just on a fire, putting their claws and their fangs against this team. And they won't be flying away. Even with guard 2 onto the corner, they will be taken out.
Evo's Divine looking for that final little player on this battlefield. Looking up just to make sure he's not playing tickets, but Five will spot it and aim God, living up to his name. Not a massive round, but just enough. Earlier after the booyah, Evo's Divine made that early exit, but this time they play the instant recovery as well. Amazing stuff out of Indonesia. Overall, getting 3 teams in the final circle.
Yeah, I mean, second booyah in this day, third booyah overall. Evo's Divine. It's just that energy that we keep feeling, we keep seeing. And even if they have been pushed down on second place by WAG, with this Booyah, if in case WH didn't do that much in terms of points, then they might take it away because between them it's only 21 points before this match started.
Absolutely, man. Now, don't forget, survivors, hit that like Karo. It
Like, you know,
is a dream of ours to hit 3,000 likes before a broadcast
yeah.
ends. This might not be that broadcast, but it's okay. We'll get there. We'll get there slowly.
At least they know. At least they know. I mean,
At least they know the target.
they will start come prepared the next time they jump in the scene. But why not? I mean, with all viewers out there, with all fans out there, especially those cheering on Evo's Divine, we might make it happen or probably close to it because Evo's Divine is making it happen.
Absolutely. Onic Olympus brought this to Conchita. He was now bringing the cameras back to Conchita Caroline for the second time in the day. Indonesia overall is dominating this group matching. I think I am not complaining at all. I mean, of course, the Buriram fans will be complaining that they don't get to see, what's the name, Misa. Sorry
Misa.
for forgetting your name, Misa. You are new. Looking forward to seeing more of Misa as well. But it looks like the chat does not want the camera to go towards Thailand. The chat wants the camera to go towards Vietnam and Indonesia, and the players are making it happen.
You have a few out there, viewers out there, survivors, Vic and Lucky, shout out to you. I mean, I know you're falling in love, but because of Indonesia getting that booyah overall, and you keep seeing Conchita Caroline, so a lot more will be falling in love in a bit because I don't think this is the end for Indonesia. There's a few more matches, and they can grab a few more booyahs.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Sak is promising us 30K likes, not just 3K likes, and I believe him, right? It will happen. It'll happen soon, Sparker, right? You don't worry about that. We'll all put our energy there. And of course there were some speculations that maybe Buriram is just going to be chilling around and they're not going to be waking up in the competition just yet, but they'll end up being team of the day by the time we reach the end of game number 6. Doesn't seem to be the case, right? Because I believe Buriram has really faltered. Now they are in the bottom 3 of today's performers, and that's just ran at you.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, from third, like first and third for day 1 and day 3, it's a 54% drop. We're going to go for an interview and hear what the Booyah takers will have to say as we head into Indonesia.
All right, casters, make some noise, Evo's Divine! Second booyah of the day, third booyah for an Indonesian team, and I'm here with Imgod. How does it feel to go against your brothers, your other Indonesian teammates during the last game? Winning a booyah is obviously very happy for you. This is such an achievement, but was it hard going against your own brothers? Gimana rasanya tadi menjadi perang antara sesama tim Indonesia? Menang sih pasti happy ya, Buya. Tapi sempat kayak ada perasaan gimana gitu nggak sih kalau harus berhadapan sama sesama tim Indonesia di saat kompetisinya itu juga melibatkan tim-tim dari regional Asia Tenggara?
Tahu musuhnya siapa di in-game?
Oh iya. Oh, jadi ini nggak tahu atau emang nggak peduli, kayak yang penting fokus sama kemenangan masing-masing tim aja?
Kita tahu musuhnya WAG doang.
Oh, so apparently he doesn't really care who he has to go through, but one thing that really sticks or stands out for him is WAG. What's up with you and WAG? Is there any bad blood going on between Evos Divine and WAG? Emang ada dendam tersendiri antara Evos Divine sama WAG? Atau ada kisah-kisah bad blood di masa lalu gitu?
Terparty terus.
Okay, jadi cuma gara-gara itu aja. Okay, they just kind of wanna go against them. Alright. So the other question is, kalau tadi adalah booyah kedua dari EVOS, ini kan beda banget nih sama pekan lalu. Nasehat apa sih yang dikasih sama coach atau evaluasi apa yang dikasih sampai akhirnya EVOS tuh bisa berubah banget di pekan ini dibandingkan pekan sebelumnya atau penampilan di pekan perdana? What kind of evaluation or advice that the coach has given you guys to make such a big difference between the first week and the second week for Evos Divine? Kita coba dulu mic-nya, coba sekali lagi. Oke, pakai punya aku.
Mungkin karena pemanasan aja kali ya, yang lama itu.
So there isn't any specific evaluation whatsoever, but they just see the first week as more of a practice round. So yeah, oke. Terakhir, ini adalah request dari para caster, kemudian dari para viewers kita juga. Katanya kangen banget nih lihat selebrasinya Aim God, karena kan udah 2 ya hari ini. Boleh dong dilihat. So survivors, this is actually a request from our casters and viewers here in Indonesia. They have been dying to see Aim God doing his special celebration for getting the second Booyah for Esports Divine. So without further delay, let's see them. A round of applause for Aim God, everybody. 3, 2, 1, go! All right, Aim God Ronaldo. Thank you so much, Aim God. Good luck with the rest of the game. And today, this is such an exciting day for Esports. I can't wait to see more. For that, let's just go to the casters. Take it away, casters.
Thank you very much, Conchita, Caroline, and the guy literally eliminated the mic at that point. And for him to pay for that, he had to do that stunt. So let's us be true at this point.
Exactly right. Hey, chat's asking me to fix my video quality. I told you, man, my wife has not paid my internet bill, right? That I can't do anything. I've got fiber internet. I've got 800 Mbps, right? 800 MBs per second, and it means nothing really. It's like Wasana having the M590 on Metagun means nothing really.
It's Korea United on day 5. That's it. That's how it's working right now. But let's look at the highlight at this point. And so far, there's no slowing down for this team that is doing so much. Epos Divine, but I would say WAG is doing quite well. They might have not have taken that Booyah, but I think they still takes that lead away from Epos Divine, and they're maintaining it. I would say they're maintaining it because the top dogs, the top slayers, not working. And we're talking about Korea United.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very impressive to see WAG kind of like pull off amazing stunts early in the game. I mean, the numbers they were dragging in one after the other. But this game just wasn't very kind to them. Of course, they got pretty far in terms of circles, but quite a number of teams got towards that final circle as well, right? So we had to see multiple squads get deleted. WH one of them, but decent enough points, I believe, to maintain that number 1 spot. But he was not too far away from them. Aim God, 5 eliminations, 6 knockdowns. What a concise gameplay from him. 1,856 on the damage. This is phenomenal, man.
Yeah, phenomenal indeed. I mean, wearing the Tatsuya, Joseph Nairi as usual, but bringing in Shani and the Guru Cycle that has helped in giving more of those shield points. It's more of a survival at this point. Survival and teaming up or teamwork gameplay coming from Aim God. But it's not just Aim God who has really brought in a lot in this fight, because the entirety of the team, the double rusher, I would say, or probably double rush from Tatsuya and Oscar might have worked for them, and then Cassie as well as the Skyler for Coachil and Russia. So a little bit of a flavor, different flavor in terms of skill build-up. I guess it's working for Evo's Divine.
I haven't really seen that Oscar bring in a lot of impact, and I understand why, right? You just get one activation on that Oscar skill, and once you're behind the enemy lines, if you accidentally find 4 players, what do? You gotta run back. But with Oscar, it's just not possible. At least Tatsuya gives you the double rebel rush then. So, fingers crossed, Garina's listening, and we get a double activation on the Oscar next time around. I'm pretty sure he'll become meta very, very quickly, because I think we've seen enough of Tatsuya, but Tatsuya, at the very least, 5 decent game. Oh my god, Big Twins again. Saka Sriwijaya ripping away the highlight spots here on all 3 frames. Gardu getting a double for the ellipse and the knockdown. Assist snatched away by Masaka's Mobe.
Yeah, I mean, Visaka Sriwijaya really has shown up in most cases. And that's why I put them on my prediction as well. Let's see how much more can they bring it in, because as we look in today's standing, they are tied with the Booyah Takers, and it's because of elimination. They didn't get that second spot. They didn't get that Booyah. They got third spot at this point, but they really brought in even more than Onyx Olympus, even more than WAG. So elimination really is working for Visaga Sriwijaya.
Yeah, no doubt at all, right? And of course, overall, Visaka Sriwijaya has bounced back after week one's abysmal performance. But overall, I think, they've just passed some of that bad luck to Buriram because look at where Buriram's sitting down, man. 10th spot in terms of overall day's performance, 11 placement points. They haven't been able to find the final circle a single time. A 100% failure rate in terms of getting the top three. 23 eliminations. Yes, this is not the usual Buriram, and the cruise is not even playing, right? So something is really wrong overall. But I'm not going to break a sweat just yet. This is just Buriram clowning around. We know when they are getting serious, and they haven't really gotten very serious just yet. And I kind of like this facing out of Buriram, right? We at least get to see some of the other teams shine and shine really, really bright. Because without Buriram snatching away points in the final circle, it's wide open for the rest of them. And look at WAD sitting up top, super proud with 299 points.
Closest 300 and breaking that mark. The same goes for Evos if in case they can grab another Booyah. But overall, like it's a huge performance from WAG Evos, even pushing RRQ and Team Falcon. Vamos like performed quite well, but not so much compared to what we've seen X-Ban to today. So a lot more promise coming from teams in the lower part of the leaderboard. And going back to Gurim United, I mean, it's probably I did mention it earlier. Probably that story we'll have to find out if that carries on because we have two more matches happening at this point. After a fourth, we're going to go in for the last map and then a random. Let's see who comes up.
Anup, shut up, Anup, okay? I am not Buriram biased. I am just a caster who knows what he's talking about. We're gonna take a quick short break. It's just 3 minutes, so don't go anywhere. When we come back, we get back into the final two matches of today.
তো সাবস্ক্রাইব করে দাও, যারা লাইভে আছে তাড়াতাড়ি ইউটিউব চ্যানেলটা সাবস্ক্রাইব করে দাও।
Power boost. Just what a hero needs.
তো ভাই তুমি যে লাইভে আছো তাড়াতাড়ি টপ করে সাবস্ক্রাইব করে দাও। তোমার একটা সাবস্ক্রাইবের জন্যই আমি
Hello, Grisa. Stop trying to look cool and help out already.
In the ultimate test of skill and strategy, only the strongest will survive. Welcome to the arena where legends are forged. To claim victory, challenge your limits. This season's special features. This tournament introduces exciting new challenges, unique team skills,
যারা যারা
and
লাইভে
mixed
আছো
active
তাড়াতাড়ি
skills
সাবস্ক্রাইব
for
করে দাও
Clash
ভাই।
Squad
তোমার ওই
mode,
2টা
champion
সাবস্ক্রাইবারে
run
আমার
format,
আমি অনেক দূর
randomized
এগিয়ে
map
যেতে
order,
পারবো ভাই। তোমার ছোট ভাই মনে
total
করো
prize
সাবস্ক্রাইব করে দাও।
$378,000 US.
ফটাফট
Warriors
করে
will battle
সাবস্ক্রাইব
for
করে দাও।
glory and the ultimate reward. Tournament format. The tournament features two competitive modes, Battle Royale and Clash Squad. Battle Royale, 18 teams. Knockout format with 2 phases. Clash Squad, 8 teams in a Swiss stage format. Both modes culminate in a grand finals where champions are crowned. Knockout stage. This is where the battle begins. Survival gets real. Phase 1, April 25 till May 11, 2025. 18 teams divided into 3 groups, A, B, and C, with 6 teams each. 3 weeks, 54 intense matches. Daily format. Group A versus Group B versus Group C. Top teams advance, the rest are eliminated. Phase 2, May 16 till June 11, 2025. One misstep and you're out.
ভাই তোমরা যে দুইজন আছো তাড়াতাড়ি সাবস্ক্রাইব করে দাও আর যে নিউ ম্যাচ স্টার্ট হতে চলছে তো আমি তোমাদের একজন বাংলাদেশি সত্যি ইউটিউবার জন্য ইউটিউবে জয়েন নিয়েছি দেখা যাক তোমাদের সাপোর্ট পেয়ে কি বড় ইউটিউবার হতে পারি কিনা
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. This is still a Free Fire World Series Southeast Asia Spring 2025, Week 2, Day 2, and we are down to our last two maps for today. So far, a lot has changed in terms of the leaderboard as well as the performance of the teams as we've seen this day unfold. On the caster says, I am Neptune the Gentleman Garcia. Together with me is Mustachio AJ, who is filled with Red Bull right now.
Absolutely filled with Red Bull. I mean, you guys see it stacked there. And all thanks to Red Bull, I've got enough money to pay my internet bills and I'm back clear on cam, baby. We'd love to welcome them as the official energy drink partner, not just for this season, but for spring and fall FFWSC 2025. Very proud to have them with us. They're a big brand, and I've been a supporter of the brand for a long, long time. They've been powering me on for years and years now, and I really thought I would not like this new age drinks. I'm actually quite surprised.
I remember.
It's not too
I
bad.
remember your reaction. I remember
Yeah.
your reaction when you heard the flavor, but now that you have it, that is definitely different. It is different. And that's one thing Red Bull really has brought in different flavors overall. It's not just esports. In different sports, different genre, different things, Red Bull has been on top of that. That's AJ did mention it's a huge brand. Not just big, it's a huge
তো তোমরা
brand
লাইক
to
আর
support
সাবস্ক্রাইবটা
Free
করে দাও
Fire World
ভাই
Series
তাড়াতাড়ি
or
ছোট মনে
2025.
করো
But of course, I hope they give me the gold can next time, 'cause, you know, I'm an OG gold can guy. You know, today has been amazing, right? This grouping has been fantastic. We have just seen Buriram getting tackled by multiple teams, and they're not able to handle the heat. We've seen Wamos wipe them down. We've seen, WAG get into a couple of scuffles with them. We've seen EWAS get into a couple of scuffles with them. Buriram is not having a good day. But final two matches, though, they can make some sort of a climb on the leaderboard. Do you think something's going to happen there?
I don't know. I mean, it's just quite different. Even on their best map, they didn't really show up that much. The movement is different. Their rotation, their approach in every engagement is quite different. It seems like it looks like they're having a little bit of fear in terms of engagement because the other teams are just too aggressive.
Anup says I have empty cans of. You think these Red Bull cans are? Hey, look at that. Oh no, I missed. I need to wait for. I need to wait for the turn.
That's
Take a
one
look
thing.
at the shiny.
It's a Russian roulette there.
Yeah, okay, it's coming back now. You take this one.
তো একটু ভিতরে আমাদের 12 মিনিট
All right, we have
স্পোর্টস
three
ম্যাচ শুরু হয়ে
Buyas
যাবে
being taken
তোমরা
by
যারা
Indonesia,
লাইভ
two of
দেখতে
which
আসো
has
তারা
been grabbed by
তাড়াতাড়ি
Frozen
ভাই
Mind. But before
সাবস্ক্রাইব
that
করে দাও
is WAG, our number one taker in the leaderboard that has grabbed that, and they haven't slowed down. They are still on fire. When we that yes, the Booyah didn't carry over in the remaining maps, but they are still performing overall. 184 elimination. That is the highest in terms of everyone, but they need to be consistent in terms of placement.
Absolutely. And this is big. EVOS Divine, the number one team on this map. Vamos, the number two team on this map. EVOS Divine and Vamos have been performing amazing today. So this is a huge, massive chance for them to collect big points here. But of course, well, have question marks.
Question marks in team that they might be going against is Team Flash, and we've seen Team Flash. I mean, they're not just a flash, they're not just a spark anymore. They're really running on fire. They chugged so much. They're not hot drop or 3 potential hot drop that might be happening in this Bermuda map. A lot of teams know this very well. This is the OG map of Free Fire.
And it most definitely is the OG map, right? And we may be able to assume Buddha might make a comeback here because they have some sort of a love for Bermuda. They have also dominated Kalahari. They've also dominated Nextera. They've also dominated Alpine and Purgatory. Yeah, they used to dominate all the maps, but it's just this season where they're taking a little bit of a break. I don't know what they are trying to do. But whatever they are trying to do, I'm loving it because we get to see all of the other teams perform instead of just one, and I'm all in for it. But as we transition into Bermuda, we hope you guys are ready for more heated action here on day 2 of week 2. We've only got 2 more games to go, so y'all better enjoy this slot before we bring the show to close.
Yeah, let's head over to the green grass of Bermuda. And as I mentioned earlier, potential hot drop might be happening first in Plantation, and second one in Bimasakri Strip, and another one in Sentosa, unless Expand get away from Onyx Olympus. Onyx Olympus is doing quite well for today. But as we look, Shipyard will be taken by Team Flash, so they are getting away from Evo's Divine, and they don't want to meet them early on.
Where can we find some hot drops here, perhaps between Vamos and WAG? Not looking good for Vamos, but of course WAG early drop. Maybe they don't get the good guns between EVOS and Flash as well. This one's a big fight. Remember we talked about this Booyah followed by an early exit. This one's a crucial fight for EVOS.
Yeah, definitely crucial indeed, and they should expect Team Flash to be here. It didn't happen quite well from the past, especially for Team Flash, but they are unstoppable at this point in the early engagement. So let's see. I guess ABCD needs to back away. Team Flash are the ones who avoided Evo's Divine, and one player just managed to get close to Shipyard because they really are targeting points early into this game. So this is not the usual drop. Usually it's Plantation where Evo's Divine are dropping.
Yeah, they have to. They really have to with this one. Evo's Divine, Ray caught outside. And substitution coming in here for Core Memory as well. Whether that makes a difference, we'll have to wait and see. Rasia tagged up by the Zom. ABCD, a sliver of health left on him, and therefore he just runs towards the wall of this building so that he can play the game of recovery a bit. ABCD 75 HP. Oh, he doesn't even actually have a medkit, so Team Flash in a lot of trouble, all because of this super early skirmish.
Coaching above might be able to spot him. A little bit of nade action to put more damage, and there goes the takedown. RGS once again brings us to the picture. Death right now being rushed by AimGod, and AimGod managed to take him down, but the takedown from AimGod has been brought in by the Zom with that SKS. 2 down already for Team Flash. They need to recover, but I don't think Evo's Divine will be slowing down.
EVO's Divine with divine intervention there as well as Flash tries to run away. They show their backs to them, and Wang is broke, but not that broke. Had enough money for ABCD, and has a little bit of space here as well to use the jump pad to reposition. Shot coming for him, but thankfully none of them finding the connection. Team Flash will continue to survive, but EVO's Divine off to a decent start.
Yeah, decent start indeed. GOW Core Memory, they dropped the same area from the previous time that we've seen. I guess it hasn't stopped just yet. Bimasakri Strip is where it didn't start off a little bit against Team Flash and Evo's Divine. Thus, Core Memory might have a good chance to take down GOW, especially with all weaponries being taken at this point with a vending machine. But not so much of probable engagement. BTR, Buriram United in the battle a little bit too early as well.
Buriram, Rosana being careful, has got the Max 7, more comfortable on the shotgun for sure. I don't know if he wants to play with these M590s that Bigatron has in their hands though. 3 M590s. Vi's backing away. VSS finding the connections, being very low. And what a combination by Wasana. And Wasana pushing on forth alongside Get High. Get High will find Cure. And the final bullet in the coffin. fire sprayed down.
Double kill.
And it looks like they did manage to sneak in a revival here.
Yeah, I mean, they're still not out in this fight, but one thing surprised me, Budem United usually drops in peak, but now they went in on Graveyard against BTR. They studied and probably looking at early elimination points. Onyx Olympus right now also grabbing a few points against Todak that most of the time happens against Expand. So Clock Tower, this is where Onyx Olympus chose to bring that on. They're just targeting the ones at the bottom of the leaderboard, and it's working for them.
Now Onyx backing away slowly towards the top floor here as Toda place that pressure down below. Clock Tower, lots of spaces to hide away at. But Expand versus Vamos off screen. This one is a little tough to accept because Vamos is getting bagged at this point of time. Brian, beautiful sprays with the Bison. And they all gather around Team Toda. Jojo with the revival as well. Team Toda will continue to stay alive. But to find the final player, out comes Crime MKS.
Crime MKS on the hunt, but I don't think he will be able to spot them. The rotation has, or the time that they spent in taking down the players of Todak has given them, or Todak, to rotate and go for the revival. So a little bit of slowdown happening, revival spree happening all across the board, and well, it is quite well because no one will be taken out just yet. A lot of potential because first phase of the circle is just happening. So not so much of disappointment at this point. Just some teams are just taking advantage of the elimination that they have.
Yeah. Now, Buriram, Namto Sunahoka, guys. But of course, you've only been hearing their names every time they get eliminated today. We are looking at a potential of them making a comeback here, Nep.
Yeah.
This last two games, but we also have to acknowledge that they need 40 points more than WAG in order to end the day with 4 points, right? And I don't know, is that even possible?
It's tough. It's tough right now to tell because the highest that we've seen so far is 32, if not 35 in one game, and they have to grab a lot of eliminations. So it's tough to call right now, especially with the performance of Budem United. For Evo's Divine, though, they've performed quite well already, and they are targeting for memory, but it's not working out for them quite well. But on the other side, though, corners are taken out, jumpers are taken out. Evo's Divine just steamrolling against Core Memory.
Absolutely, Core Memory picked the wrong opponents here. Poon smashed down to the ground. Evos Divine will be able to crush Core Memory squad. And just what? Mages still survive? Was there?
Looks like they did.
There you go.
Right now, jumping in like wrongly, double vector in hand, and what can it do against 4 players of Evo's Divine? It's not that much, and tries to run away, and there goes the elimination. Core Memory is out.
I don't like the suspense. I prefer to know when players are revived because I can't keep playing this guessing game. Did the team survive? Did they revive anyone? Let us see. Thank God. But that didn't last long at all. Core Memory still got eliminated. So good chase, good by Evo's Divine overall, and they continue to pick up those solid points. The team most definitely deserves. But Toda up against ZOW now in a 2v1 fight, asking for trouble.
Yeah. Noise just to pull them out, but didn't expect that there will be 2 on that corner. But them, but where's the help? Where is the backup coming from the right side?
Yeah, it seems like oh, this is so weird, man. I mean, in a situation like that, you'd see all 4 players on the side of Buriram just shooting down at their opponents to pull away the points. Now you just see one guy just cheekily sending some shots against their glue walls, not even their heads. Seems like Buriram doesn't even want these points.
It seems like they're just making noise so that the teams will rush against them. And I'm quite sure if this is something that well, as you did mention, you like how this is turning out because the other teams are really performing, but if this is a fluke that Budem United is really conditioning, then it would be tough for the other teams who are motivated to take down Budem United every time they go for an engage because it will be a different story. Spell trouble for them come the next phase of the stage.
Ooh, the battle points between EVOS Divine and WAG. 77 to 58 at this point of time. And obviously that's all thanks to WAG. Doing well so far, but speaking of points of EVOS, they better get out of here. They try it with the, nice one. Lower ground on the opposite side of Datulisewa. That allows them to reposition, but Coach Hill doesn't get away just yet. Sold out right in front of EVOS Divine. This one might turn ugly.
It will stay away. It will stay away, even if it's a bot.
Please nerf the bots. Okay, please. Right, the bots are too much. Look at the bot go. Right? Jojo trying to get away. Manages to get himself up into the air. LMG's not going to reach him, brother. I mean, it has the potential. A little bit too slow, those bullets.
Yeah, indeed. The rate of fire will not work for them. Let's see if how well Todak will be rotating at this point. Ray is running solo right now as Aim God is trying to recover himself. They've seen a vehicle, probably save his teammate. They must divine. Two players not looking good for them at this point, but Nico's right now the back of his head and needs to run away together with it's Vamos who's targeting them.
Yeah, it wasn't a ghost touching neck. It was literally someone shooting at him. Ran back in a way. WAG slowly but surely making their way in. Pressured by the circle. Good blue wall by Allen. Double riptide rhythm. Allen says, nope, not dealing with that. Not way. And the free aim gets him a point off of WAG. Big point secured by Expand. But you do not want to poke the honest nest just yet here when it comes to WAG.
Yeah, I mean, WAG right now might be able to rotate. It's only a third going to the fourth phase of the circle. They have one vehicle on them. One has been taken down though, but easily or can be easily revived, but not so much of weaponry once he gets back. But as you can see from Pipasak Strip, we have a few teams already fighting in and a lot more that might be happening. Ego's Divine already racking up 12 points, a lot more against a Team Flash problem.
Yep, two lays down. Team Flash. One last stand here for Cochil. Manages to make it for a few seconds, but Flash said nope, this time denies EVOS Divine, and again it happens. Booyah, and then early exit.
Yeah, I mean, they cannot go back to back. They are just feeling that rush and, well, rush in terms of adrenaline because of the Booyah, and then it's just converting to an early elimination. GOW though, Boy will be saying why at this point, and Onyx Olympus has gathered their 9th elimination, but they are in trouble. Losing a lot of HP, a lot of resources at this point, and on their way is Pisaka Sriwijaya is waiting above Clock Tower. So let's see how well Onyx Olympus can get away at this point.
Yeah, Onyx with the reposition. Oh, look at that, the Sakasu guy. This circle already. And a great reposition coming on through. But WAG now getting shut down by Vamos. Couple of players eliminated. GOW fully flushed out. And the Sakasu Vijaya trying to pelt all of those bullets straight towards the side of Onyx Olympus, breaking down their glue walls. But boys, nobody's behind those glue walls. They don't have that information. Great reposition from Onyx.
Great reposition, but not so much in terms of healing and recovering because the blue will hurt right now. Fourth going to the fifth, but who's jumping in? It's Team Vamos. From afar, it's two. It's a 2-2 split for Team Vamos right now. G'day will try to go for rush as well. Guns didn't manage to put in a lot of damage on him. But can they survive? Nades being thrown, and Best Ajay can't back away.
Luki, knocked down already. Now Koda popped on the opposite side, most probably by Vamos. Position of Saka Sriwijaya given away already. Now Vamos just needs to use that information well. Onyx Olympus flying on in, led by Adam. Crime straight down potentially here as well. But it's still some recovery is solid. Joel with the AWM, wanting to keep an eye on him as expands the exit on 7th. Vamos still a hope here for Malaysia. Saka Sriwijaya inside the circle, wanting to get WAG out of there. And X-Ball just absolutely ganged upon, take it out in 6.
And the Voyage not looking good for them. Visaka Sriwijaya, though they don't have so much in terms of elimination, the way they defended themselves against three teams who's rushing them is quite well. Team Vamos on the low ground, but no flank can be done because the moment they move up, they will be exposed. So they need to stack up, or hopefully they stack up on glue walls because I'm only seeing one plus the but there goes binoculars to spot how is there.
Put it up, still alive and kicking. They are screaming. It's Terabibaki Merados. But from that high ground vantage point, can they take the Saka Sriwijaya out of the equation? Moshi being pressured. Onyx Olympus out of the equation already. Then team number 5 put it up for the first time in the day, looking for the top 3, but Jonah being sprayed down to the ground. Wasana just moving out of line of sight. Visaka Sriwijaya pressuring Team Buriram. But look at this, Vamos on that lower ground as well. This is trouble for Visaka Sriwijaya because the circle now going to be forcing them to move corner of this building.
They can still move into the high ground to keep them safe, but Brim United is still alive despite of Team Flash on one side. Then put so much of pressure after Visaka Sriwijaya takes down or knocks down Wasana at this point. So that is not looking good. Brim United in a safer spot, and the shift will head towards them. So everyone will be funneled towards the Brew team.
Yeah, this is looking a little spicy here. Put it up, looking for the comeback. And now they return fire, helping out the players from the side of Vamos. Joel walking away. Wasana says, where you running, boy? Hits him from afar. The SVD allows you that rate of fire, unlike the AWM that hits like a truck. And now, Team Buriram, 9 eliminations strong already, looking for more numbers. But the glue wall melters laid out right in front of them to make sure Buriram does not aggress on forward. But they're not looking to go forward, they're looking to go back. Oh, Buriram, I made the wrong call. Look at that Riptide Rhythm now pushing it straight towards Team Flash, forcing potentially some mistakes from their side.
And Team Flash right now is in trouble because of Vamos is right next to them. So if in case Buriram United manage to knock down a few, they can be finished off. But no, Vamos moves in a high ground. Moshi in trouble. Backstab is happening, and the backup is quite far because they have been focused on Team Flash. No more cover at this point. Only blue walls, and they're taking advantage of the ridge. Not looking good, but the shift has concluded, and Buriram United is still full. Moshi is safe. Vamos now on the high ground.
Oh, absolutely. And now, both Vamos and Team Flash, 3 players each. Vamos, 1 player dropped, and the Riptide Rhythm breaks their defense. Jonah with the double, get high, finds the storm as well. And Vamos down to 2 players now. Gade cannot help out the players. The Indonesian import was the first one to get taken down. And Buriram, Namto Surahoga, baby!